And it's a very good afternoon to one and all. Welcome to El Dorado East Secondary to be precise, the home of Stone John and, of course, several other outstanding individuals, many of whom have gone on to represent Trinidad and Tobago with distinction. Their opponents today, of course, Hillview College in the sort of black and yellow top, but this is El Dorado East in their traditional yellow tops with the blue trimmings, well, blue shorts and yellow trimmings and yellow and blue stockings. But the good thing about this, in this championship division race here, what we have is there are two unbeaten teams here, and their home field advantage works in their favor today. Hillview, on the other hand, is loaded. They have been able to recruit quite a number of talented youngsters, so they'll be hoping that this is the year that they finally make that jump up to the premiership, but they have to take care of business at this level first, and then, of course, if not, the playoffs would be their best avenue to get in there. They were close last year, and I'm sure they would want to get another crack at it again this year. El Dorado, in the meanwhile, been second in the last couple of seasons, in fact for the last 3 seasons, so they know what it's like to be thereabouts and not get it done. So this is obviously going to be a big test for them. And I'm sure they'll want to try and prove themselves and prove to themselves that they know what they are doing. So we're getting ready for this kickoff here, and there we go to start proceedings here with Hillview kicking off to get things started. Barrington taking his time and trying to control it at the back is Mutilal. So they obviously showing good patience. This is really a battle of unbeaten teams, so they kind of respect each other. They've earned that respect, and they know that any kind of error could be punished. So far, so good for them. Just sort of feeling out each other. The ground looks in really good condition, and a little sprinkling of rain every so often can help the grass. So we've seen that all over Trinidad and Tobago. Despite the heat, we've had nice green, lush green surfaces, not nearly the smoothest surfaces, but heavily grassed. Is another good ball inside as they really try to build from the back. Here goes Barrington again as he brings it further to the right, and they have immediate attention being thrown out there to Walcott. But Hillview still maintaining this possession. This is really good from them. I'm not sure if El Dorado touched the ball before that, and I wasn't counting the number of passes, but it would have been close to 40 passes before El Dorado actually got a touch. In the meantime, they're building now Jones as he keeps possession, Lilong, and they're just rolling the ball along. El Dorado just shifting from side to side, trying to present a wall and hoping to keep it on. Mutilal gets it out wide again, Barrington, and once again they're trying to get Walcott going down this right hand side, but the ball is taken away, and can they hit them on a quick counter attack? But that's going to be a tall ask there for Reed, and he can't really catch up with it. So a throw into El Dorado. Barrington not happy, but the referee was firm in his decision. And that was just a little too tight there from John. And away we come now. Jones plays it forward nicely, turning, twisting, and on the move quickly now Great ball played out wide out here to Walcott. He gets the return, and the ball allowed to bounce in the area, and it just kept out there nicely by Baker. But they're not out of the woods just as Hillview turning there, but he left the ball. However, they're able to win it back, but all of a sudden El Dorado now springs to life, and you can see them trying to move quickly and try and hit them on the counter, but not on that occasion. You hear the rhythm section now warming up. We heard the steel band earlier, the El Dorado Steel Orchestra, obviously preparing for, I would imagine, the upcoming panorama. It's very early next year, so it might seem like a long way away, but it's not. And already schools are warming up, getting their acts together. Similar thing for the single pan bands as well as the bands in the small conventional category, because by the middle of November things will be waxing warm for them. Here we come again, El Dorado on the march, and that was a late challenge there coming from Mutilal, but the referee says it's going to be El Dorado's ball. And I'm not sure if it's El Dorado's ball because of a free kick or if it is a throw. The referee says it's a throw into El Dorado. Yeah, now come again. Now a ball played in, but excellent defending once again. Leland Jones and Barton doing very well at the back there, and eventually it's tidied up. Hadjari, Dante, in a nice orange fluorescent green or outfit, can't miss him. Jones now trying to bring it forward, and that's another bad ball, but it's nicely red at the back. Jackson controlling proceedings there, losing the handle on it though, but they persist with trying to bring it down that right hand side where we've already seen Walcott showing good control. Good interception, and on the move now, a great ball trying to play it back inside, but once again Jackson reads it well and clears his lines. Unfortunately, the ball has gone over the fence. Not sure what the state of play is over on that far side. Well, there are some houses there, so in anticipation there's a road somewhere there, and hopefully some generous person will find the ball and return it. Just throw it back over the fence. I don't know if there's a gate or anything over on that far side, but for now the play continues with a new ball. Another opportunity ball again, trying to thread that needle there, but McDonald and company reading it well, and away we go quickly. Samuel, but he is in a bit of a tangle. So again, you could see the plan for El Dorado. They're trying to hit them quickly on the counter-attack. Still no goals. We just in the 7th minute of play. Started a little bit late today. And of course, the referee for today's game, Tyrell Wilson, Kamia James, and Troy Charles. Those are the officials. Kamia James on the right-hand side. Over on the far side is Mr. Charles. Here we go. Ball played in, and good control again, but just showing enough of it. And it's taken away. But you could just see the deliberate play, and just the deliberate play here on the part of Hillview College. And here they come again, just keeping possession. And he looks up, he sees he has Mutilal right in front of him, Hajari. Instead, he decides he's going to go on the other side now. Lee Long is out there. He gets it back. They're just ready at walking pace right now. Mutilal, Barrington, El Dorado just trying to build it from the back, taking their time. They're not hurrying, and they're just trying to make sure that they get it properly. Now Walcott decides he's going to drift all the way over, and he has Lee Long with him. Plays a nice ball forward again, trying to get involved there quickly. Hines doing well. Can he get the return ball? It's played, of course, quickly. Sylvester gets it back, and here we go now. Opportunity, but save, and the return is into the side netting. And really, for a moment there, things looked real interesting for Hillview. It just couldn't really control it, and it clipped off the side netting. Jones not able to control it, but it's picked up now by Reed. Reed plays it forward. This is a great opportunity. That's a wonderful ball. Excellent pass, Samuel. And the goalkeeper, though, Hajari, anticipates well. So here goes Hillview College again with their slow, methodical build-up and trying to just slow things down and then speed it up when they're ready. Daniel. Here comes El Dorado now. Opportunity. Tackle coming from behind, but the referee says play on. And Hillview again. Lee Long and Mutilal. Here comes Barrington now as he's bringing it forward ahead of him. You see Walcott, but he opts not to play it. So, an interesting start to this game. Plenty of possession, by the way, to El Dorado. And, or rather to Hillview. El Dorado, though, trying to hit them with some quick counters. Barrington picks it up again, gets it from Kerr. And trying to thread that needle. And now here's an opportunity for El Dorado now. Looking up again, trying to get it to Samuel. He plays a lovely ball across, but there's a recovery coming, and that's excellent work there from Prieto. He read it all the way and ran all the way back to contract. Sylvester now trying his best there to get possession. He gets it back though. Sylvester gets a chance to run. You look up and see that he has just one man scampering through the middle. He's trying to get it to Tafari Kerr, and but it was nicely intercepted again at the back by Jackson. Eldo nil, Hillview nil. These are neighbors, so they know each other very well, and they understand what's at stake here. Here they come again, Jones. He plays it and he goes forward, but it comes all the way back now to Lee Long. Mutilal has the ever-present Barrington to his right, should he choose to use him. Instead he goes back to Lee Long. Lee Long looking for something, and again that ball has to be a little bit quicker than that. But this one is well played. Shot coming, and it bounces luckily. And it just seemed to just hit and deflect out, and so it's going to be a corner kick to Hillview College. The ball just took a deflection. The goalkeeper was already sprawling to his left there, Benjamin, and luckily for him it wasn't on target, or the deflection took it away from the goal. Here's a ball played in very far. Indeed, nobody's going to be able to catch up with that one. Just going all the way over. It's going to be a throw-in. to El Dorado. They've been a little behind the 8 ball here, but they haven't conceded, which is good. Now a chance to run just that little bit and hopefully get into the attacking third, but Reed plans thwarted there with an early tackle. Good one. So it remains a throw in to Eldo, thrown in quickly, and again trying their best to regain possession. Daniel lays it back, still trying to run with it. So a chance now for Hillview College again to get back into their rhythm. They are a deliberate team. That's another lovely little ball, but trying to get curve going. But the El Dorado defense is a stubborn one. It's not that easy to break them down. Even when you do, you're never quite sure. Opportunity again, looking to run with them, Samuel, but he is confronted by Mutilal. He shifts inside. That's good football, still going, but he's still trying to get in there. The referee says play on, and El Dorado regained possession now. A chance here to get the ball across, and loses out. This is excellent football, and now he runs into problems, and eventually it's cleared away. Just to the half line, and it's back in that defensive third for Hillview College. El Dorado now trying to just slug it out with them a little bit. Nice little turn again inside by Kerr, trying to maybe knife his way forward, or rather Hines it is. But he then gets it all the way back to Mutilal. Mutilal just slowing it down just a little bit, trying to make certain that they keep possession for as long as possible, but don't turn the ball over, and that's the cardinal sin. And he's looking for some movement here now. John trying to turn his man, but having problems doing so until now. Can he get the cross in? That's not a bad effort. And just the one yellow shirt in there, which is a cardinal sin, because you would think that they would get better numbers in the penalty area once the ball goes down that side. Chance now for them to continue to build. Looking up, sees that there is movement. He might consider a shot because this is a good kicking ground, and ball played in there, not the best of control still. And now they're trying to just control the tempo here a little bit. Shot, but really from way out. And no real venom in it. In fact, it was off target. For Jones. El Dorado wins a free kick, but it hasn't been the best of starts for them. They've really been up against it. It's been a good start for Hillview College. Another one played into the area there, and just not able to control it well. Looks up, sees that he has a John, but instead he plays a nice little ball in, and they then forced all the way back. That was Baker turning and twisting. Now, can they get the cross in? That's not a bad effort. In fact, getting to their first, trying to do Samuel, looking for kicking foot, and eventually he gets the shot off, and then it's taken away by the goalkeeper. But he certainly had the opportunity. He thought about it for the first time, and then he released it. But it was well saved by Hajari. So the first real shot on target. In the meantime, Jones trying to build for Hillview College. Here they come again, looking very purposeful. Hines plays it forward, and they still have possession. That's a great ball inside. Back it goes to Hines. He's trying to turn, and it is eventually taken away from him. But they still have possession, but only for a moment. And it still stays with them, and they still keep in possession of it. And good work, but Jones trying to do a little trickery and loses out in the end, but it's still going to be a free kick to Hillview College. No goals yet in this encounter. 18 and a half minutes gone. So we have a little conference taking place there. Kerr is there. So too is Walcott. It looks like it's going to be Walcott who is going to drill this one. Jones is also there with Kerr. Actually, there's the shot blocked by the wall, and there's an appeal for possible handball, but the referee says play on, and it's back with Hillview College. Remember, both of these teams with identical records of 3 wins in 3. This is the 4th game for both of them, so you think that somebody is going to lose a perfect record. Hines now having the shot and really just getting under it and not controlling it. But again, the defense was backing off, which is a cardinal sin on a ground like this, where you could probably kick from anywhere, as they say. And he was given a little bit too much room, and I could see immediately Coach Spicer jumping out of his seat and trying to get the attention of his defenders, just to let them know that you don't want to do that. You want to press the ball, especially in this part of the field. And don't give them too many opportunities out there. Walcott now looking for some movement. And the ball is played over, but it's nicely intercepted. So still no goals in this encounter. And brilliant start for Hillview College, but Eldorado just getting back into the swing of things. Because Eldorado, or rather Hillview, better known as a cricketing school. They've been part of the championship division of secondary schools cricket for quite a number of years, and have lifted the trophy on quite a few of those years. But now they're trying to do a similar thing with their footballing talents. Walcott pulled up for that late challenge. So the referee is just trying to make sure that the kick is taken from the designated spot. Eldorado, though, looking to break out here. Jareem Jackson, the captain, plays this one forward, and it just seems to elude everybody, but here they come again now. They haven't played too many of these. This is going to be interesting here because David is quick, so too is Jackson, and those two, they have a real personal going on. Now a chance for an early shot, played across, then he get the cross in, hooks it back, the starboard goal misses. Wow. Brilliant build-up play, and you could see them swinging it from the right side to the left and then trying to swing it back across the face of the goal. They did get it across the face of the goal, and just a slight deflection, but not enough of a deflection, and the chance goes wide. It just bounces agonizingly wide, but again they're getting ever so close and closer and closer. Hines with that opportunity there. And now this could be interesting, but that's good football, good coverage. As they try to build again, coming for it short was Jones. He picks it up, gets it all the way back there to Barrington. Barrington decides to go even further back to Lee Long. Jones again in the middle of the park, playing as that defensive midfielder, or as I say, as a front stopper, almost like a Beckenbauer Ribeiro roll, controlling everything from at the back. Here he is again, gets it forward to Hines. Hines trips on the ball slightly. Another opportunity trying to get the ball across, but again, the anticipation just isn't there. And the referee is blowing the whistle eventually. So another free kick, this time to Hillview College. Can they get the shot off? Here's a shot going over the bar. Again, played short and no time wasting there at all. And Jones drills it, but he just hit it over the bar. So Hillview, they're not afraid to get their shots off. And so you get the impression sooner or later something's going to give here with one of those. But you could see real intent on their faces and their whole approach. Is that they can certainly do something. Here's Jones again, plays it forward now. Another opportunity, and this time again it is Hines. And he blazes over yet again. So certainly the coach would be very concerned here, McMayo, why it is that these guys are just blazing the ball over the bar, probably going for too much power, and they just need to obey the principle a little bit more, lean forward instead of leaning back and drive through the middle of the ball with the laces of the boot. Could this come back to haunt them? Those are good opportunities, good openings, and they just haven't been able to take them. All the way back, Mutilal goes to his goalkeeper Hachi, to Jerry. Jones loses out, caught in possession as a shot going towards goal, and just shadowed over, or shadowed behind by the goalkeeper. For a moment he looked like he thought about saving it, and then he elected to just let it run. Barrington. Of course, the name Barrington is a big name in local football. You think of the Barrington brothers from Challengers fame and also from Solo Harmonites fame. Here comes Eldorado again. That's a great ball, and he's on his way. But once again, Jackson is there creating problems and doing another fine take. But Hillview still marching forward now, trying to turn it back. Walcott puts it back onto his right foot, but he's still dribbling. He hasn't given it up as yet until he does. And taken away quite nicely. And eventually they now retaining possession, but having to go backwards until it gets to Barrington. So they're trying to launch another one again, and a good early flick there from Walcott, but not working out for him. However, they're still trying their best to get going, and that's a little too difficult. That's the no one in particular. And they just couldn't pick his head up and pick the proper pass, and he was just trying to hit it upfield to nobody in particular. Ball picked up by Hines. Hines, who's had one of those powerful shots that just went screaming over the bar. That's another great ball, and now a chance for him to go at the defense. Samuel being pushed wide by Mutilal, still turning. Can he get the shot? And it's just deflected wide. Well, just a boot in there from Barrington proved enough. It wasn't Mutilal. Mutilal is occupied here, but he drifts inside of Mutilal and fires a shot, and it just took a deflection off the Barrington, the number 3, to push it wide. But you could see him trying to curl it into that far post. That was good work again from Noel Samuel, playing as the attacker for Eldorado East. And they're taking their time to take this one, and it looks like McMayo, looks like the son of the coach, He's getting ready to take this one. It's a corner kick. Great opportunity for El Dorado. Now the home team, can they put something on the counter attack? This will be against the runner play slightly. That's not a bad ball, and but getting up there nicely and heading it away and getting numbers back. Once again, Preto doing his part. Got all except one player for Hillview College is in the area. Just hanging out on his own there is Tafari Kerr just outside the area. So they're all back deep in the box except one. But let's see what happens there. El Dorado also, they have some decent numbers up there. Here's the ball, and nobody challenging for it except the big man getting up there, Lee Long, and getting it away. And now this is an opportunity. Does he go across? Jackson does very well. Just anticipates, and then he just tries to leave it for his teammate, and the ball just doesn't cooperate. There's little thing, zip on it late on, but it was difficult for Kerr to get on to the end of that one. It's another great ball, and trying to run once again to get up there is Samuel. So this is going to be another throw-in for El Dorado. Thrown in quickly there by John. They haven't really figured out how to get it forward. Chance here now. Looking for some movement. They don't have much, and they give it away. And here's the quick counter attack. No, this is good. The goalkeeper is going to have to come. He falls, and that ball is scooped up in the air. The referee goes down. The flag also stays down. And Hillview are pleading their case there, hoping that Walcott stays down, but it was a great ball over the top. And here goes Walcott trying to get in there. He and goalkeeper Benjamin collide, but the goalkeeper doesn't get punished. And if anything, it's just a goal kick. So again, Coach McMayo is wondering what just went on there, because you could see Walcott getting to the ball first, and then he was basically stopped dead in his tracks. Here is another opportunity as they keep going, Sylvester. Preto coming more and more into the game over on that far side. Similar thing for Lee Long. Eldo coming forward again, looking. Hillview though are the ones pressing, and once again a snapshot that goes wide, so they haven't really been able to hit the target just yet. A lot of huffing and puffing from Hillview College. But all the final effort is what is creating the problem for them. They just seem a little bit anxious. So it's Hillview 0, El Dorado East 0. Ball picked up nicely there again by Hines. He's looking to take on his man, but they lose out. And Mutilal helping out here with Barrington. Hines again plays it nicely and trying to probably do too much as Kerr, but he loses out possession and they start to build against Jones. So Hillview doing an amazing job, just trying to keep possession where possible. And even when they lose it, they try to close it down as quickly as possible. Barrington plays it forward here again. Now Hillview in the march once more. This is a good ball. Hines gets it in, and an opportunity there. And that is the first goal of the afternoon. 1-0 it is. And it took a while, but it was always coming. And put away nicely in the end. And Hillview College have a deserved lead. And they certainly deserve that encounter. Sylvester was the man at the business end. A lovely ball played forward there. The early ball in and at the back post, arriving there nicely to tap it in was Sylvester in the 34th minute of play. And it's Hillview College 1, Eldorado 0. And this is going to be some effort for them as they look to remain unbeaten. And you see them holding up the jersey of Kimali Pierre, obviously remembering his teammate there who is not here with them. He's not even on the list, and that of course has a lot to do with him not being in the team because he's absent.
Relax, relax.
So Hillview now, can they really settle down and move the ball as well as the like? Khalif Sylvester. Barrington now has Hillview deserved their victory, but again that little dummy there from Jones seemed to fool everybody. And at the other end it's Samuel looking to cut inside, still going, has a shot and he scores! Wow. Noel Samuel with the equalizer in the 36th minute. A little bit lucky because it bubbled up from him on 2 occasions, but he persisted with it, and then he got a shot of, squeezed it at the near post and got it past Dante Hajari, which it probably shouldn't have at that near post. You would think the goalkeeper would have had that covered, but he didn't, and the ball snuck in there between the keeper and that first post. Nevertheless, 1-1 it is now, and after 34 minutes of huffing and puffing and no goals, all of a sudden in the space of 2 minutes we have 2. So it's 1-1 the scoreline here. Here comes Eldorado again now. They've been under pressure quite a bit, but they have that all important goal, and that is what they will cling to for the moment. They're back on an even keel. So is it going to be one of those days where these teams can't separate themselves? And that really should have been a free kick, but the referee is allowing an awful lot of contact to go. And that's a good sombrero there, trying to really nip his man. There was Reed, but they lose out. And another tackle coming in. All of a sudden the intensity has picked up. As players now certainly is picked up because of the goals, and they continue as they look to really separate themselves here. Reed loses out though, but it's back with Mutilal. Barrington, but it's very well read, and they keep possession. Reed again. Now they get forward. Can they send him on his way? He's still there again. Charles, the goal scorer, cuts inside again, and he's brought down. And that's going to be a free kick coming over to help out there. And the combination of Barrington and Leelong not allowing him to do a similar thing to what he did them earlier and scored. So another opportunity here now for El Dorado East. Can they take advantage of this? 1-1 the scoreline here. We're into minute number 39. Charles, the goal scorer, Samuel rather, the goal scorer, Noel Samuel. He's going to try his luck again. He's already beaten Dante Hajari once. Can he do it again? Tries to turn it inside into a crowded area, but it's turned away. But only as far as Daniel. He has possession. Tries to play it upfield. So 1-1 the scoreline. Hillview took the lead in the 34th minute by Sylvester. And then just about 2 minutes later, in the 36th, we all level with Samuel. Here comes Hillview though. This is a great run again, and the goalkeeper is really sacrificing life and limb there. But he was under real pressure on that occasion. And no doubt had to really do well for his team, and did exactly that. Hillview again trying to build down that left-hand side. It's not going to work. Yearwood intercepts. Ball played in again, and good defending there just to get it out. McDonald, Akwa plays it back. They still have possession, Daniel. And that's a ball played up again, and that's good football. Winning the battle again. Sees that he has his teammate there, but just not able to get it to him. A screaming going upfield. There was Reed. And then he had to check and come back. But here is his opposite number, Jones, with the ball. Jones plays a ball inside. Not the ideal ball for Walcott, but he loses out. And now, here's the early ball not being played. You could just see the man trying to get away there. Yearwood. Now they're under some pressure. And when will the cross come? It's behind everybody. Opportunity now. John plays a ball inside, goes to the return, and you could see them trying to encourage Samuel to go forward, but he just seemed determined to stand his ground. And in the end, when the ball was played to him, he was not in a position to accept it. Still the 1-1 the scoreline. There's a nice little ball played in again. And the shot, when is the shot going to come? Played across. John plays it back inside, and a stab at goal that misses. Wow, again, another beautiful build-up coming across the right again. Hines playing it back across the face of the goal. And that little stab at goal goes agonizingly wide. So El Dorado living a little bit of a charmed life at the back. On this occasion, Hillview couldn't finish it off. It was a similar move to the one that resulted in the goal. And that's a brilliant ball. Good work again from Hines. Plays it in the middle of the park, but too many yellow shirts there. They crowded out and start the quick counter-attack. Opportunity now. He's trying to play. That's not a bad ball because it's going to bounce and turn back towards the attacker. And Hajari does very well. Quick counter-attack here now for Hillview, but they're not able to find the pass that they needed. So it's still 1-1, the scoreline here. We're in the 43rd, we're in the 44th minute of play now. As the ball is back with Hillview College. 1-1, the scoreline here. Here's Barrington. Taking his time, looking around, looking for some movement. Jones turning, twisting, nobody applying pressure. He decides to turn the other way now. Gets it back in the middle, turning away from his man. Again is Kerr. Kerr does very well, turns, and they decide they're going to go back with it. Here's another ball played in and headed away. And they try it again, only this time it's too strong.
Cover!
Easy header, one back again from Mutilal, and Hillview on the march again. Back with Barrington it goes. He's decided that he's going to go back to his skipper Mutilal. He has Jones in front of him. Jones, very adept, plays a nice little ball in front there now to Walcott. Walcott turning, but goes wide with it. Preto, Walcott with the stab. He's appealing for a handball, nothing given. So back it goes with Lee Long. And they're relentless right now, Hillview. Looking for something again. That's another long ball, but way too strong. And not able to get Hines going. Yes, another bad effort again. And here's the come again. The defense will in, the referee. Everybody's thinking it should be a handball, and he scores. Well. They thought for a moment there that it should have been handball, and it wasn't given. And would you believe it, the same man has doubled up here in the 45th minute of play, and Hillview College have taken the lead just on the stroke of half time. Khalif Sylvester does it again. Again, the defense just was a little bit slow in reacting, and almost as if they were waiting to get the whistle. It never came, and Sylvester kept playing. And to his credit, hey, look what I found. And he put it into the roof of the net. So Hillview leading by 2-1, and that halftime whistle could come any minute now. Can El Dorado get back on an even keel before the interval? Referee takes a look at his watch, and there it is, the whistle to signal the end of the first half, and at the end of the first 45, it is 2-1 in favor of Hillview. A 34th minute item from Khalif Sylvester gave them the lead, but that was cancelled out 2 minutes later by Noel Samuel for El Dorado East. But just before the final whistle came to end the first half, that man Khalif Sylvester was there again to make it 2-1 on 45 minutes, and that's where we are at the interval. It is the home team El Dorado East 1 and the visitors from Hillview College 2. Welcome back to the El Dorado East Secondary School ground here in Tunapuna, El Dorado, if you want to call it that. As we have a very interesting game on our hands here with El Dorado, the home team, trailing their neighbors Hillview College by 2-1. So it's just the one goal in it. And I'm sure they'll be looking to try and cover that up as quickly as possible. Jaheim Mitchell is a substitute for Hillview, wearing the number 12 shirt. But here we go with the ball quickly going down where Hillview gets possession once more. They obviously were the better team in the first half, and I'm sure they'll want to now continue that trend. But El Dorado probably looking to up the tempo here a little bit, trying to make sure that they are in tune with whatever. In fact, they need to try to dictate the pace a little bit more. They allowed Hillview way too much possession in the first half, and Hillview took advantage of that. They looked the better team. They kept possession for long periods. They moved the ball nicely. And then they got 2 goals to El Dorado's 1. So now here is an opportunity for them to try and get this one inside the area. That's a great ball in. The goalkeeper is coming, and a big collision there. But they're still going, and the referee, well, there are 2 collisions. The goalkeeper stays down, and then there was another infringement over on the far side. But I think the referee took his eyes off the play to look at the goalkeeper. That's Hajari, Dante Hajari. He went for the cross ball. He was late getting there. In fact, he got there, and then he just collided there with the attacker. That's not the attacker's fault, but as they say, he had to land somewhere. He landed on top of the attacker, but the attacker got up quickly. Unfortunately for Hajari, he is still on the ground, trying to get himself sorted out. The physio is there, however. So this could be an opportunity for El Dorado to try to get back in the game. If the goalkeeper is probably unable to continue, but I would imagine a little magic spray would take care of that. And they do have the reserve goalkeeper warming up. So we do have a bit of a stoppage here while Hajari gets so much needed attention, and you can't fault the referee for holding up play, because you have to make sure that the goalkeeper in particular is ready and able to continue. Lee Long and Jones trying to sort out the discussion now. Hajari seems to be okay, and we'll try to get this stay on the field though, and not force a substitution. Early ball in, and good work again, trying to harass their hinds as they try to bring it forward quickly. McDonald crowded out though, and Hillview going back into their normal rhythm of starting it, start building it out of the back. And there you see Mitchell getting involved. And they're on the move again. This could be another opportunity, but very well played there by Jackson. He's been here, there, and everywhere. The El Dorado captain. It's a real tower of strength at the back. Not the biggest, but probably with the biggest heart and the biggest desire of all the players out there. He's really a tower of strength. Preto just a little bit short, but they get it back. That's another lovely ball played in there. This is going to be interesting. Jackson's under pressure. An opportunity here. That's goal number 3. Beautifully put away there again. That man Hines read it very well and put it past nicely. So in the 50th minute of play, but again we had stoppages, and it's now 3-1 in favor of Hillview College. A wonderful ball floated in over the top, and Hines just timed his run beautifully and composed himself and then slotted it past the goalkeeper. So brilliant work. So Jalen Hines makes it 3-1. El Dorado with work to do here now. So problems for them. So I'm sure now they will have to find another strategy here now, El Dorado. They're under the gun here. Up against a Hillview team that really looks a well-oiled machine. As they again try to build from the back, coming out of it quite nicely in the end. Excellent work, and it was his pass that got them going. This is another Preto looking to get forward, looking for something. Plays a nice ball inside, but it's a little too short. And recovering nicely there to help out was McDonald. But he concedes a corner in the process. So it's going to be another opportunity for Hillview College to keep the tempo going, trying to stay ahead, and if they could tack on another one. Lelong goes forward as well. Here is the cross. That's not a bad effort. Lelong gets ahead onto it, and Hines was trying to really hit it first time and missed out. So 3-1 it is now in favor of Hillview College over El Dorado East. Hillview College looking to probably put this one to bed as early as they possibly can. And a little push there, but Hines, that's a tough ball. It's just going to take some getting there. Samuel is trying though, but Hajari is doing well enough, and they're able to get possession once again. Movement Jones plays another ball over to Preto. Preto looking up, still looking. Plays the ball in to Hines. He plays the ball back. Preto on his left foot, and good tackle again from Jackson. And the skipper keeps forcing the issue, and that's going to be a goal kick to El Dorado East. So they trail by 3-1. A brace from Khalif Sylvester in the 34th and 45th minutes. And then in the 50th minute, Jalen Hines tacked on the insurance. They come again looking for more. And the ball just running away there from Sylvester. Pressure for them to try and turn this one. Mitchell eventually getting a touch there and just getting it out. Again, trying to win the battle in midfield. Always available, Preto. Just went a little too far inside and realized that the defender could mark him and everybody at the same time. That's another lovely ball played in there. John is there, but also trying to turn his man is Sylvester trying to hook it back. That should be a goal, and he misses. Well. Hines just played back in him. He was trying to squeeze it in. He didn't make the kind of contact that he needed to, but he really should have put that away. Look at how easy it was. The goal was gaping. Goalkeeper was stuck in the middle. All he had to do was get it on the other side of the upright, and he would have had himself a brace as well. But they get it back quickly. And Preto looking around, turns, twists. Sylvester again, free as a bird, and he gets it back inside. Now Jones tries to play it a little bit short. They get it to Preto. Preto keeps going, plays a nice little ball across, and Hines is there. Preto still going, picks himself up, and still has possession, and he's still battling, and they just haven't been able to control him, and he does very well indeed, and wins a corner kick. And so all of a sudden the game has really picked up in its intensity, and we see now El Dorado having to dig themselves out of a bit of a hole here. They're down by 3-1. Here is the corner kick. That's not a bad effort. Again, climbing there was Jones, but not able to control it. So it remains 3-1 here. Plenty of time left for El Dorado, but they need to get one back as quickly as possible and then try to work their magic from there. Right now, El Dorado just a little bit lethargic, but they're probably going to have to really pick it up as quickly as possible. That's another good ball played in there again, and Jackson fighting there with Hines, and these two have had a real battle going on between them. And Hines, very, very skillful young man, but Jackson is a real tower strength at the back for El Dorado, and they need him. It's another great ball. Nobody going for the ball. How is that? And the ball just flew right across the face of the goal at a good heading height, and there was nobody there at the back post. It would have been a simple header down had they been able to attack the ball. You know, Hillview are making another substitution. Preto is coming off, and introducing Ellis. Jamali Ellis is coming on, and here he goes, Jamali Ellis, trying to get going quickly. Mitchell, though, is going to usher this one all the way back to Hajari. Back it goes to Mitchell as they build it from the back quite nicely once again. Trying to keep possession. The goalkeeper, though, ready with an opportunity to switch sides. He decided persisted with that right side when he had loads of time and space to bring it down the left-hand side. But El Dorado need an injection here, and they need it quickly, because right now Hillview College are looking to run away with this one. They're up by 2 goals. 3-1 the scoreline at the moment. It was 2-1 at the half, and since that time Jalen Hines has added his name to the score sheet alongside the brace from Khalif Sylvester. And look at the battle there in the middle of the park as they fight, and it's not giving up at all is Jones, he's really working hard. And Sylvester is also in there. Jones also not backing down. And it's really a big tussle, a little stare down. And the referee, I'm sure, is going to have a word with both of them. And like a true captain, you see stepping forward is Mutilal, almost as if to protect his teammate. And the referee is just having a word with them. He's probably just telling them allow the game to play. It's been a good competitive game so far, and don't let me have to intervene. When the referee tells you that, you know he's ready to dish out cards after that. So you have to be very aware that things could change. And if it's you he's speaking to directly, then you know you're under the microscope. So the next infringement could be a telling one. No team wants to be down a man or anything like that. And the referee is allowing play to go on. There is substitution not being made just yet. Another opportunity here, but again Hajari quickly off his line. Mitchell, the substitute who came on at halftime for Barrington rather. And again Hines just over pushing it there. He took his eyes off of it to look up to see where Ellis was. And by the time he put his head down, the ball was taken away from him. And, but sometimes he instinctively you make that cross without even looking. So now they are going to make another substitution, this time El Dorado. They are introducing Austin, Marquise Austin. Okay, it comes, it's curling in. The goalkeeper is in problems there. Well. He was certainly on the back foot there, trying his best to get to the end of that. He looked like he was struggling for a moment, and then it just bounced wide, but that could so easily have gone in. So Hines cuts inside. Can he get the shot off? Taken away from him though. But now can he play the ball? He should play it early. Yes, he does. And this is going to be a foot race here now. Daniel still going. Cuts or tries to cut inside. He had the chance to shoot, and he opted instead to try to dribble. And the opportunity was lost. The defender came across and took it away from him. So a great opportunity. That was an excellent counter-attack, a quick one. And all he needed to do was get it over now. John is going to be the provider here. Here it comes. The goalkeeper is struggling, and it's headed in. A brilliant header. And that is a quality goal. And what a header that turned out to be in the 64th minute. And what a wonderful header. It was played in, and he just climbed there and buried that header there, Daniel. And just like that, the game is far from over. And would you believe, Deshaun Daniel in the 64th minute of play makes it 3-2 now. So again, this game is far from over. Another little header there. Here goes John. Ellis rather trying to go inside. But Ellis does well. Takes it away. Can he tee it up? And the control is just not there. And that one is not settling for Kerr. Kerr was thinking about maybe getting a shot off. Couldn't get it doing. Here again now is Jones. And the pass is an errant one, but again, good opportunity there for them to probably just to keep possession and maybe get a better option than that. So what a brilliant goal that was from Deshaun Daniel. A good header and just buried it. Looking for some movement, not much there, and they have to do Mutilal, but his pass is not a good one as the ball is taken. And here is the goal scorer again, Daniel, trying to thread that needle there, but Mitchell is standing in the way and took it away from him. So again, Hillview just trying to keep possession. Here is Mitchell, the substitute. Gets it back inside again to Jones. Jones plays it across. Here is the other Jones as he gets possession, but they give it up and it's taken away. Mutilal keeping possession. And we have a player down right now, so the referee had to stop the play. It looks like Walcott is a little bit, is probably cramping up. And so that is going to give them a little break in play at the moment, but a great opportunity here, a good time really for them to just to get some refreshment because the game has really picked up in intensity. Players are really putting out energy. So this is really the time for them to, take a deep breath, as they say. Because from now to the end, it's going to be heart and soul. Baker is off. Ruiz is on. For El Dorado, as they made another substitution, and it looks like Tafari Kerr is the man who was cramping up there, but he's walking off. Probably a little salt prune or something is helping out. But 3-2 if you're just joining us. In this game, championship division encounter between El Dorado East, the home team in the yellow, and Hillview College, who are leading by the 3-2 margin. Certainly, while Hillview might enjoy the better of the exchanges, a lot more possession, El Dorado almost always seem to find a way to conjure up a goal from almost nothing at times. And this is where they can make the difference because they're pressing and they're pressing high. Now, here they come again looking for something. They're battling for everything. And they're not giving up right now. Coach Spicer has really injected some life into them in the second half, and they've really come out here like gangbusters looking for something. And here is an opportunity again for them to get something in there. And it's going to be Samuel trying to get it into there. Ruiz is up there. And joining the thing is Yearwood. Here is this low, but you have to put that in the air. It's too many legs there for it to get across. And trying his best now. Just got onside. Ellis goes past one, still going, but then loses possession. Jones, and slips it past one, turns past two quickly, and still going, looking for something, and may get the return ball, and this is going to be interesting, and opportunity, shot coming, but over the bar it goes. He was really just trying to snatch at it, and he's probably still not 100% after limping off with cramp a short while ago. The Tafari Kerr just swinging his foot. And also it was Sylvester who was trying his best there to get that shot off. Early ball in, but nobody followed it up. They all kind of stood there hoping it was going to come to foot. It didn't. Away they come again. Jones plays it, and it's going to run all the way over to the far post, and that's a big lunging tackle there, but Ellis still there. Ellis still trying to turn his man, looking around for something. Plays the ball back inside Jones. He is trying to keep it in play, and Ellis loses the handle on it. Took his eyes off the ball and then lost out. So we're going to have some changes as Hillview are going to make a couple substitutions, and I think immediately you can see Kerr is off, and also coming off is the goal scorer Sylvester. So Sylvester gives away, and let's see whether or not they can keep it going. I'll tell you who is on. Matthew Bihari is on. So El Dorado under some pressure now, but here is the other substitute who has just come into the field, Orlando LaFleur. So Eldo again trying to keep possession deep in their own half. Ellis plays a nice little ball up, and here's LaFleur trying his best to get possession of it. Orlando LaFleur plays it, but eventually it's one back, and that's another good ball, but again the control at the back. Ellis, can he get it back? Trying to play that, but to no one in particular there. In fact, he was looking to get Hines going, and Jones robbed of it, but Bihari does well and keeps it alive. As they keep going again, that's another tackle that the referee allows to go unpunished. Walcott though runs into problems, but they have possession. Mutilal plays it back to his goalkeeper and gets it back. Now he gets it to Jones. So they just try to keep possession. That's Khalid Jones. And also doing good work is Aidan Jones. And the referee blew the whistle there. It was an infringement, but it could easily have allowed the advantage to go. And but it's one of those calls where if he doesn't, then somebody's aggrieved, and when he does, somebody else is aggrieved. So there's a no-win situation for referees in those situations. And it looks as if Reed is off, and El Dorado made another substitution. Darius Isaac is on. So now another opportunity here. This is a good kicking ground, so goalkeepers have to be very aware even from this distance. And can he deliver another equalizer for them? There's a shot, and low and hard. They were hoping they would have caught a deflection on the way through, but it didn't. But you could see the intent there, and really powerful shot. He hit it low, hit it hard. It was just off target, just kept curling away from the upright. So 3-2 it is, and Hillview College clinging to a 1-goal advantage here now. Bihari. And we have another player from Hillview who is down with apparent cramps. Just trying to stretch it out here. And it's obviously it's taking its toll on these players. They've been running really hard. And it's starting to take its toll here now. But what a good game this has been. 5 goals already in this encounter, and who's to say we won't get a couple more before it's all said and done? Question is, can El Dorado conjure up an equalizer here? They were 1-0 down, they pulled one back to level the scores. They went 2-1 down at the interval. They went 3-1 down shortly after, but now they're back to 3-2 and hunting another equalizing goal. Here you would have heard their supporters chanting, "Aldo, we want a goal." Well, they have to keep that chant going and try to spur them on to an equalizing goal here. And the earlier the better, because if you could score an equalizer, who is to say you can't score a late winner? And it has happened before. And you think back to the years when Stern John ruled the roost here. He would find the back of the net almost every game. He was that prolific. Jerry Nixon did a similar thing at El Dorado, at St. Augustine over the years. God Polliner, another one who did it. Of course, the big one would be Luciano Woodley at St. Mary's College. And but we also had Roderick Rambo Gibbs and several others who really banged in the goals at the secondary schools level. Levi Garcia and that whole Garcia clan. And of course, Fatima College have had a few goal scorers of their own as of late. But those names I called, they really dominated secondary schools when they played. Can they get some of their young counterparts now, the prodigies, to come forward and step up in a similar fashion? Budilal plays it up, and just as we get play started, we have another stoppage because of an infringement. This could be interesting here. Still going, and eventually they lose out. And nobody to get possession. Bihari does very well. Since he's come on, he's really kept play alive as much as possible and kept them going. Here we come now. Hillview College too can't really get the scamper going, and he somehow took his eyes off the line and just allowed the ball to run over the line when he seemed to have it firmly in his control. So we have another substitution. Ellis turning, twisting, tries to get it inside, but it's one back, Jones, and he loses the handle on it now. Can he go past his man? And he goes screaming forward there, but again He goes down, and the referee says no infringement. And but you could just see the pace there of Noel Samuel. It looks like he's carrying an injury, so he's just holding that left knee. And it's that time of the game when, if you're not 100%, it's probably going to tell. As players now just need to call on their reserves to keep going. This has been a tough game. It's end-to-end action. Players have been running hard, either to win tackles or to try to get transition from defense into attack. And so it has been a well-fought game. It's been a hard-fought game, and but it certainly has followed a nice script where El Dorado are the ones who have been fighting all afternoon long, because Hillview College really early in the game took control, passed the ball nicely. In fact, from the kickoff, it's almost like if they had a 40-pass sequence before El Dorado actually touched the ball. For a moment I thought it was just one team playing, and because so many passes they were able to achieve and connect with, albeit they went from left side to right side. They went to midfield, back to the wing backs, who brought it back to the middle to the stoppers. They swung it to the next side. Similar thing, they just knocked it into the midfield. Midfield didn't have anything, so they sent it back. But just for that opening minute or so, they just knocked the ball beautifully across the park, and really put fear in the hearts of the El Dorado outfit. But to their credit, even though they went behind after 34 minutes, they were able to pull one back 2 minutes later in the 36th through Noel Samuel, the man who was just on the ground and who just got up. Now we have the goalkeeper on the ground now, Dante Hajari, who, remember, was injured earlier. Got some treatment, but maybe still a little bit sore. So it's going to be, well, I think he's just going to bump the ball. He's going to give it back to El Dorado and ask them to pass it back to Hillview, which is the sporting thing to do. He could play it all the way back to the goalkeeper if he wants. And he looked like he just wanted to play it short and then track it down. And the referee told him, if you're going to pass it, then pass it to somebody. Don't just leave it. And Mitchell not able to control that one. So Hillview has to be careful here. You don't want El Dorado to get some kind of momentum. And Happy Harry doing well. They're just mixing it up. And again, they're looking for movement. This could be another opportunity here. Fighting for it. Opportunity! And the ball just trickles wide. But it took a deflection. And again, a real dogfight there for that one. You could see 3 yellow shirts battling. Everybody's having a go. And then eventually it was just swung by Daniel. And again, here it comes again, the cross. The header is not a good one, but it might still go. And it stays alive. Cleared away. But the real pressure now from El Dorado as they go for broke here now. 84 minutes gone. It might be a couple of minutes more because we had a long stoppage. As they come again and still looking for kicking room. But he's not going to find any there. So good work again, El Dorado, hoping to get a late equalizer, but this man Ellis is going to be a problem for them. He's quick, he's strong, he's trying to go inside. He may have to go the long way around though, and now he plays it inside. Opportunity to shoot. Jones decides against it, and then the stab forward is not a particularly good one. And he goes for the return, and Sylvester though is brought down and has to pick himself off the ground. But You could just see Khalid Jones really just being slowed a little bit by the pace of the game and just the exhaustion. But it's still battling there. Lee Long does well. That's a good header. And still they can't get possession just yet, Hillview. And knifing his way in. But the referee says play on. Buddy's all over the ground. That's a tough ball. The goalkeeper is going to get that. No doubt. And he should try to get rid of it quickly, because we still have a player down. And this is going to be a chance. Lee Long, the big defender, who's had a good game, who's had an outstanding game. But now he's getting treatment. So, like I said, we've had maybe about 3 minutes or more stoppages. How much the referee will add on, we wait to see. 85 minutes gone. On the clock, but that's no certainty that that's the actual time on the referee's watch. I'm sure he's carrying a different timing. So a great opportunity for these youngsters to showcase their talents, especially the El Dorado youths, in front of their classmates and their schoolmates. And that is what secondary school sports, or even any extracurricular activity, whether it's a PAN, track and field, parang, whatever it is that the students are involved in, it feels so much better when you could get your schoolmates involved or to come to support. That's a great ball, but it's a little too strong. I'm not sure if Isaac is going to be able to get to it, but he does enough to put them off. Wins a throw-in. So El Dorado East fishing here for equalizer, looking for something quickly. And Bihari wins it, but the referee was probably trying to play an advantage, only to realize that the ball was turned over. So it's going to be another free kick to El Dorado East. They're trailing by 2-3 and need something here to get them going. Who is it going to be now? Who will be the hero for them? Emmanuel McMayo, the coach's son, looking like he wants to take charge here. Can he get this one into the danger zone, or better yet, into the back of the net? Too high. It just got under it, and it just kept going. You know he wanted to hit it with pace and power, but the technique got the technique all wrong. Hillview College though, no, really, here is Bihari turning away from the pressure, does well. Hillview doing well, although they're being pinned back into their own half at the moment. They're not being allowed to come forward as easily as before. And now everything is a big sprint. That's a great ball. But again, there is the danger. Saved by the goalkeeper. And good work again from that man, Hines. But it's just the legs of the goalkeeper taking it away from him. He seemed to beat everybody else. And look where Hines has gone again. Look at how quickly he's back there helping out on defense. He's really been having a monster game, and it continues at both ends. He's still fighting for everything. Jones looks up, sees that he has support out here on the far side. The substitute who's just come on, trying to get involved. Nothing doing, ball taken away. But they give it right back to Hillview. They continue to lead by 3-2. Can they put something down now and finish it off? Jones looking around, turning, twisting, plays a dangerous ball inside. And but the ball is just a little too soft. Lilong trying to get there. And then the ball is taken away now. And an opportunity here. Still going. Plays the ball back, but nobody home. And Orlando LaFleur was the man just now trying his best to get in there. And Kadane Neves also. Eldo 2, Hillview 3. This would be a big result because both of them came in unbeaten in this game. 3 wins apiece. And this is their 4th outing. And what a clash it has turned out to be. And excellent work, quickly done, a good sombrero. Now can they give him the return ball? But again, the Hillview very good at the back. Now the referee hasn't really issued a card as yet in this game, but now he will. And it's been a while in coming. And it's none other than Noel Samuel who gets a yellow. Because he saw the danger there as Aidan Jones was looking to sprint away out of midfield. He probably saw the danger and opted to stop him in his tracks by any means necessary. So we have another substitution, it looks like, for El Dorado, as they are trying to maybe see if they could somehow conjure up something here late in the day. Yeah, what it is, who is giving way, and coming on is the number 14 who has been introduced, Francis Cummings. So Eldo looking for an equalizing goal here. They need to go quickly, but they also need to go composed. They can't go as individuals, they have to go as a team. But this Hillview team is really a well-drilled, well-oiled machine. They have done very well, and they've just been doing enough to keep El Dorado from the door. Jones threads the needle, gets it to the other Jones. Aidan Jones trying to knife his way through. He goes down, and but the referee doesn't buy it. It's going to be a goal kick to El Dorado. They need to move quickly. They cannot just waste time worrying about who's going to get it out. And they have to get bodies up and try to help out. And but again, Lee Long does very well and gets it at Neves, and still going, and players trying to get there, but he does very well. Neves just skips out of the challenge and lives to fight another day, literally lives to fight another day. So it's going to be a free kick now to Hillview College. Aidan Jones, who's been a real tower. In fact, the two Joneses, Aidan and Khalid, and of course together with Hines, they have really been outstanding. Plus the men at the back, Lee Long and the captain Mutilal. But it's the ones up front who are causing all the problems. And Again, it was aimed there at Ellis. And there's Mutilal coming and doing very well. Here is Aidan Jones controlling everything. Gets it across. There's a shot. And it goes wide. Lafleur trying from distance. So again, they're showing that they understand the requirements. Ball kept away, and they're still doing very well. Looking for something, and they get it back to Neves again. Neves plays the light little ball forward, and Jones unable to keep it in play, and he might actually get himself booked. Jones again can't get the handle on it, but it's picked up back in the middle. John trying to help out, not able to do so. Now he gets it through, and he's going to leave it for Jackson. To Jackson at the back now, the captain for El Dorado with the long ball. And that's a ball played almost out of nowhere, and they're going to get it back to the goalkeeper, and he does very well, but there's nobody there. Mitchell is way upfield, and Jari had no choice. Now can they get the ball across? Still going, and was being held, but the referee says it's going to be a corner kick to El Dorado. 90 minutes go, we're into the 6th minute now of added on time. And how much more does the referee have in store here? Eldo pressing for an equalizer, headed down and headed wide. So that might very well have been their last real opportunity. Yes, I'm sure Hillview College really looking to register a famous win here. They're going to take their time with this one. And that's a good ball out. Neves does very well to control it. And decides he's going to go all the way back. Lelong. They still have Neves available. Put it up right to Bihari. Neves plays a great ball, and everybody's going for it, but the goalkeeper is going to come for it, and that's a good kick. We haven't seen too many of those from him. They're still battling for it. Great ball play back inside, and the front runners though are not there, but there is the final whistle, and it's Hillview College who remains perfect on the season, 4 out of 4, beating the previously unbeaten El Dorado East at their home. 3-2 is the final in this encounter, and Hillview College are now 4-0 in as many games. Again, they opened the scoring in the 34th minute. Khalif Sylvester, he made it 1-0, but 2 minutes later in the 36th, Noel Samuel equalized for the home team, and they thought they were going to the half all square, but just on the stroke of halftime, that man Sylvester again popped up to latch home in the 45th minute to make it 2-1 at the interval. And then 5 minutes into the second half, Jalen Hines, one of the candidates for the man of the match, he was able to make it 3-1, and for a long period they looked like they were going to settle the game there. But then in the 64th minute, probably the goal of the game, Deshaun Daniel with a brilliant header put it away, and put it away with some assurance to make it 3-2. But El Dorado tried and tried. They just couldn't get another equalizer, and that's the way this one finished, 3-2 in favor of Hillview College, who remains perfect in the championship division. And I'm sure we'll be hearing and seeing a lot more of them as we continue our coverage here on Tiger Sports and 360 TV on YouTube And we thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed it, and we look forward to your company again. Come tomorrow evening. We'll be back with you with another encounter from the Premier Division. We hope to see you then. So as we leave you from El Dorado East this evening, the home team they tried, but they just came up short. It's the visitors from Hillview College who are celebrating. They leave here with a big win, 3-2 over their neighbors from El Dorado East.